We now take you into the magical and mysterious world of Gerald Kelley, whose illustrations for children's books have taken on a life of their own.
Being able to create images that go with a story that's coming out of your own head is pretty cool. You're adding to a story. It's not simply the author's work. You're contributing to the project as well.
Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, there lived an artist whose works could be seen and enjoyed by children across many lands. Meet Gerald Kelley, a children's book illustrator whose passion for playing with crayons and sketching at an early age has really paid off.
Who doesn't like kids' book? I enjoy the stories. You know, I guess I've never really grown up when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm a huge sci-fi and fantasy geek. Kids literature, whether it's, picture book or novel, there's a level of imagination sometimes that you don't find in adult work. And it's kind of fun. It's unashamedly fantastic, and I like that. It's fun.
Before becoming a full-time illustrator, Gerald had worked the 9-to-5 routine for many years as a design director for a television station, doing graphic design and production work. As his interest in illustration grew, he began to experiment with animation.
So I learned animation, After Effects, and things like that, self-taught. Did a lot of really good work. It was fun to do. And then I started taking some classes for 3D character animation.
As his workload for illustration grew, Gerald realized he found his true calling. His talent and good fortune has led him to a long list of notable clients, which include Penguin, Scholastic, and Leapfrog. The process of creating a children's book allows Gerald a sense of freedom to let his imagination make the story come alive.
By the time the project comes to me, the author and the art director and the publisher have worked out the kinks in the story. I rarely, if ever, talk to the author. The art directors are the intermediary. Any interaction I have about the direction the artwork needs to go, or content or ideas about that I have, go straight through the art director. The art director likes to let the illustrator have kind of unfettered freedom to contribute to the project. I'll get direction, like this is what we need to see here, but you're free to put it together however you think would work best. And then there's a lot of give and take. It's a collaborative thing at that point with myself and whoever I'm working with, the art director at the time.
Looking through Gerald's work, one can clearly see his style has been influenced by some of the world's greatest illustrators and animators.
I pick up different things from different people, like Arthur Rackham. His detail work in his trees is something I look at a lot. He was a children's illustrator in the last part of the 19th and early part of the 20th century. Very, very influential. Modern people, Uderzo, who does Asterix the Gaul. It's a French comic book. Some of the character design from Uderzo on Asterix the Gaul are fantastic. So it's just like little things, that you pick up along the way. One of the people who still is a huge, inspiration for me is Peter de Sève. He's an illustrator. He does a lot of stuff for the New Yorker magazine covers, and he does all the character designs for the Ice Age movies. He's phenomenal. So he's kind of a god.
These influences are evident in one of Gerald's latest works, T is for Turkey.
T is for Turkey is a ABC book, but it's a history book about some of the things that actually happened for the first Thanksgiving, as opposed to the mythologized, cleaned up version that we tended to grow up with as kids. It was a fun project because I had to the things I didn't know. You learn about the Native Americans who were here and how they interacted with pilgrims and how they helped each other. So it was really a learning experience. It was really nice.
Gerald's enthusiasm for his work comes through on every page, and his need to create is never ending.
I love doing my drawing because you create worlds. Whenever I read a story or hear a story, my head goes nuts with trying to figure out how it looks, and my imagination starts like, okay, what, that's kind of cool. It's fun. Talked about earlier, I'm a kid. You know, it's basically, I never stopped drawing with crayons, but they just kind of moved into a little more expensive crayons, I suppose.
You can check out Gerald Kelley at his website, geraldkelley.com.